Juniors of the world. Juniors of the world. What's up, Ja?
Yo, I'm good, man. I hope everybody else is good out there too, though, man. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, man.
Yeah. Peace, love, light. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and tell a friend about JR Richmond. And be aware, be ready for the podcast. That's about to drop too as well. So what's on your agenda, man? What you want to speak about, cub?
Yo, man. I guess we can go ahead and get right on this entertainment news real quick, though, man. You know, right now, of course, you know, the whole Diddy fiasco is still going on right now. So now, you know, they're pulling everybody left and right and come on in to testify and talk about Diddy's situation. You know, right now he got his assistant that came on stage. You know, she airing out his dirty laundry and stuff right now, though, man. But this whole Diddy thing goes crazy. But right now, it just seems like they got him on there for just being freaky. You know?
Yeah.
That's pretty much about it, though. But right now, like all this, what he's been doing, how he's been doing it, him and Cassie, they've been doing this, and how she's been getting like ran through and all that crazy stuff like that. Now they got Michael B. Jordan coming to the stage and everything, though. They said that him and Cassie dated for a period of time when Diddy was cheating on her when he's in South Africa and all that stuff. But I don't understand what any of this stuff has to do with the actual case that Diddy has against him right now, though, man. Because right now, all this stuff just seems unimportant. So, like, what do they have on him for him to be going through all this stuff? I know they said the sex trafficking, and they said like RICO cases, and he's in RICO cases by himself. But
exactly.
What is your thoughts about this whole Diddy thing?
I mean, I just want to know what a criminal proof, man. You know, because the only thing, you know, like how you were just saying, the only thing that we see, okay, he beat the snot out of Cassie or whatever, and on top of that, just a whole bunch of the freak off. That's all they've been talking about, really, the freak off. You know, we want some criminal proof.
You know, we ain't taking up for him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure he definitely did a lot of that stuff. But the fact that we don't see what's going on with this.
And if he, let's say he did do it allegedly. He didn't do it by himself. We need to call all those folks in there, man. Everybody at the white party. All the people that was hanging with him, not no falling off talking about I wasn't there, you were there, because y'all was, before all this even popped out, everybody was all hyped about the white parties. All the celebrities, all of the politicians, all the folk that's rich, all the kings and queens, and everybody that was up in there, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? We want to put everybody on the stand.
Well, I guess we'll see. You know what I mean? But I don't see why the thing gotta take 8 weeks. You know, it's taking 8 weeks, whatever it's supposed to be taking, though, man. But yeah, 8 weeks though. So guess all this stuff plays out, though, man. But they still got this man on there for just being freaky, pretty much. Pretty simple.
Cause they don't have nothing, bro.
Yeah, this seems like a sideshow, to be honest with you.
Me, I'm thinking that it's just another humiliation ritual, man.
Think so?
Man, that's the only thing. Like 8 weeks. Come on, bro. If dude did all that, man, it got to be some type of evidence. You know, got to be something.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get off this stuff. Let's get off this topic right now, though, man. Let's hop on something else and everything. But anything you want to bring to the table first?
Not at the minute.
Okay. Well, I guess we can go ahead and just talk about something real quick, man. Something that's been on my mind a lot, you know, because this right now, we're in an era right now, it just seems like we're constantly getting picked on. This community, our community, constantly getting picked on over and over and over. You just see it all through social media. And it's crazy how Twitter, I don't understand why people, especially people of color, you know, they like to say POC and stuff like that. Why y'all still on Twitter? Twitter has become a cesspool of hate. But, you know, you have things out there like fan base. fan bases out there. You got the black dude on there. Every time you hop on YouTube, you know what I mean, he's always talking about, you know what I mean, getting together and, you know, coming to the stage of a fan base and, you know what I mean, building a community on there. It's not going to be regulated and held back because there's so many creators on there that are black. They create dances, they create trends and stuff like that, and other people be stealing all their creativity, bringing it to their table, and making money off them.
Right.
But they still want to go ahead and hop on all these other social media sites. You know what social media sites they are. You got Instagram, TikTok's the biggest one. You know, so I'm just trying to figure out why people don't get off these sites, hop over the fan base, get on Blue Sky. You know, you got Twitter, then you got Blue Sky. You know what I mean? So it's going to move, it's going to shake the way you want it to, man, because we definitely are the trendsetters of the whole world and everything, though. If you look at what's that stuff with the K-pop? That's basically just hip-hop.
Right.
Now, the R&B and everything, though. Then you got the Jabberwockies and things like that and everything, though, with the breakdance and all that stuff. So, you know what I mean? They try to say that we don't have culture, man, but our culture is global. You know what I mean? It's just that we're not making a profit off of it, you know? So it's this thing that we got to take control of. Because I also don't understand how we don't control the music industry anyway, though, and we don't have no power. That's one thing you look at is, though, man, but we're spending so much money. Like, I think it's like 500 something or 5 million. I think it's a lot of money that we spend a lot on Target. Wow. And there's a lot of money that we don't have that's circulating within inside of our community, which is another problem. You know, we spend our money everywhere else, even with these companies that, you know, they push back against DEI and all that stuff like that and everything, though, man. But yeah, you get Target where it counts and everything, though, man. But it's just not Target, though. It's not other things. Now they're removing certain parts of history. They're removing certain parts of black military officers and everything, though, and their contributions, what they did for the military. And they said that black history is American history, but at the same time, turn around, they're removing everything, though. And all this stuff is crazy, though, man. But now, you know, you got the Latinos, you got their community and everything, though. They're getting hit with the deportations and other groups as well. You know what I mean? Chinese, the Vietnamese, and you know what I mean, Filipinos, and all these other people getting, you know, they get a taste of that of that hand.
Right.
Of that palm coming down on them. And right now, you know, it's at a point now that we always got to stick together. We need to go ahead and fully embrace and come together as a collective, as a real POC, like they like to say, people of color. Mm-hmm. And we need to go ahead and come together as one big ethnic group and support each other. You know, but at the same time, on our side, you got to look at it as the fact that NOI, you know, they had like 94 years, you know, they've been operational. Mm-hmm. And I know the hardships and everything they went through and through the 60s and so on and so on. But, you know, during that generation, you know, they laid down the foundation. Right. It's the fact that we didn't build on top of that foundation to make things stronger. We got too many people out there right now, man, that are sellouts, man. For, you know, I mean, going against the community, talking bad about the community, like Brandon Tatum, the Hodge twins, and people like that, you know what I mean, who constantly attack the community that they come from. And, you know, and things like that, man, we got to ostracize people like that because these people are clowns. They become a mouthpiece of hate and everything, though, and talking about the community that they came from, that they are from. But at the same time, we got to start stepping away from people like that, man. We got to ostracize them from the community and don't let them be involved in anything that we do. Right now, we start knowing these people and start hopping on our own wavelength and everything, though. Which brings me to this. I know I'm running long. I'm going to let you get in here. But it's time for us to come together, and we need to start. We got, 50 states. And not going to say that all of us going to be on board with this, but, you know, we still got a lot of people that's going to push back against it, and there's a lot of people who still don't really see it, but all they want to do is, you know, just collect their checks and everything, though, and they're happy being in this position where they are and everything, though, man, which is, you know, accepting crumbs and stuff, though. But what if we came together and had, like, a council? Now, you hear me?
Right.
If we had a council, and all of us started getting together, started putting our money together, because all they kept talking about, we're gonna get, this is another show too that we're gonna talk about with the whole Native American, our real history and all that stuff, though, man. But so many people out there keep talking about Africa, 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 Africa. Okay, fine. All right, so right now we need to have a representative that can go over to certain parts of Africa, whether it's Ghana, it's South Africa, it's Kenya and places like that. Have a representative go over there, start, start getting like land deals and everything. They'll start creating infrastructure. And we can go ahead and start building on top of that and start putting our money towards like communities to build up and create companies that are over there and everything, though. Then we want to start like gradually start to migrate over there. We can do something like that, because right now you got all these celebrities make all this money with like people like these entertainers and everything. We're gonna start putting like $2 million into the, into the building of these communities that we can form over there. So, and then we can just start building on top of that. And then gradually we can start going over there, setting up shop, setting up, apartment complexes, housing, schools, banks, and all that stuff. And then we can go ahead and start really forming a place over there for us. Not trying to say that we're going to keep the inhabitants, the real people over there out. It's just, we just got our own community over there for right now. Then we starting migrating and start going, pushing through, each state and everything, though, and just come over there collectively. What do you think about all this, though?
Man.
I'm just running my mouth, though, man.
Nah, that's some real, bro, because, like, I feel that we should extract all of that BS, man, like, our people, whatever, about the reparations and yada yada, and
that's not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening, and they kicking the Black history out of the school. Boom, 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 boom. All that you were saying, right? They're kicking the Black history out. Okay, that's just a sign for us to step up, start, building like all the celebrities. That's our kind. People that's not celebrities, but just folk that just go out there and want to make a change, or just spending their money on nonsense, which it will not be nonsense if we start, actually start getting the balls and standing up and doing what we supposed to do. As you were saying, a council. We can build our own council. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple of people, old heads that's trustworthy, because they've been in the game longer than us. You feel me? We go get them folks. You know what I'm saying? We start, building, doing what we algorithm. You said your brother that started that, right?
The algorithm, the GPS system, the elevators on the door,
These brothers.
There's so much more that we got going on, man, but they constantly just want to be pushing us as just entertainers and being like a nuisance and running around and everything.
Yeah.
Which I don't like the fact that they try to put all of us in the same type of category. Yeah, we all got different sections in the communities and stuff like that. All of us got different sections.
Yeah, it don't matter what color or race you are. Everybody got that, but it seems like they just want to pick at our people.
Mm-hmm.
It's more to it than that, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we can get this thing started. Like I was telling you earlier, you know what I'm saying? We could just put $100 in, Me, myself, Raw, and Job, we put $100 in. We was to get 100 people, on that. If me and Job put 100 in, and we get 98 more folks or whatever. That's $10,000 off the rip. We can buy some acres. You know what I'm saying? More people that want to get in, we can buy acres. We go over there to Africa or wherever, buy acres of land, bro, and start opening up shop, bro. That's what they do. That's what they do. Why we can't do it? That ain't against the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Let's start using common sense, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of black, I hate to say black, but dark entrepreneurs, dark American entrepreneurs and business owners and everything. Let's start building this, because you was telling me a while back, trillions of dollars are going outside of the community. We need to keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
Start supporting our people, man. We ain't beefing with other races. Our people just need to stand up and do what we supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about the whole thing, cuz.
Yeah. Yeah. Both in agreement, man.
Yeah,
This is
man.
to go ahead and start doing better, though. Pretty much and everything, though. We also need to start having, like, start policing each other. I'm about to say something's controversial and everything, though, man. But at the same time, it's something that needs to be addressed, though, man. Because you got all these people ripping and running down, playing gangsters and stuff like that, though, man. But they're not doing anything for the community. How you own the block? You don't own anything.
Nothing.
You got no stores, you don't got no property, you don't have anything. All you got is a so-called corner, which you don't hold. You own it. And you fighting over corners and territory and everything, though. Then they come in there, man, you know what, this got to stop. What do? They start gentrifying the neighborhoods. And now you can't even afford it because y'all done turned up the whole time and everything, though. But we don't run around there playing Rambo for what? Nothing.
Against each other, man.
Man, you need to start going ahead, man. I think you need to go ahead and just start that whole stop snitching stuff, man. And then y'all want to be living in that stuff, living in that culture. You know what I mean? But they don't care who gets hurt.
Nah, bruh.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be going through that on a daily? Man, you gotta go ahead, man. Let's go ahead and like, oh, they gotta go. You know what I mean? You might have to go ahead and start like being like like pointing the finger and everything. That's them right there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But the first thing we need to start policing each other, man, because this organization to have like personal security or whatever and everything, though, man, they need to be out there marching them streets and everything, though.
Exactly.
Have them out there, man. But if it gets too wild, then you're going to have to go ahead and call them boys in there.
Yeah,
I don't say that, but man, that's something that needs to be addressed. Because right now they already got stuff going on right now. They got the FBI in Memphis right now. They said Memphis was like a top violent city right now, though. So they got the boys, they got the FBI out there.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So they already got them out there. So at the same time, man, I'm saying they got to go ahead and be careful and stuff like that, though, man, because other people can get mixed up into that stuff. You know what I mean? The good people.
Right.
You know, but not everybody running around and living like that. That's why I do not like Charleston White. Is that his name, Charleston White?
Yeah, that's him.
Well, he's so ignorant, man. He can say some things that's kind of makes sense, but a lot of stuff that he says, man, he's a missile show with inside of a missile show, coming from a black mouth and everything, though, man. When that dude I don't like that dude, though, man. A lot of things he says is like on behalf of them. Then he's running around there. You see the thing where he's running around there with he's just talking about hating and just hate from his own community and talking about how we are and things like that. But
he's doing that for a check, though, bro.
Yeah, he's putting everybody saying everybody's not like that, man. We're not in the same category. People I don't know. This one thing about social media and everything, though, man. It's things like that, though, man, because we love our people, and I love my people. We love your people. We love each other and everything, though, man. But at the same time, man, the people, the ghetto culture has taken over as black culture.
It's just like they just put the spotlight on that for capitalization. That's all that is, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And like how you were saying with them, with them folk earlier, man. Okay, y'all folk want to, use that energy on that, but once, like I said, we start buying acres, keep that. Hey, we need that energy, but don't put it on our people. You putting it on the wrong people. Put that energy on the enemies, bro. You know what I'm saying? Put that on the enemies. Once we get this acre, then you get what we got to do. We go over there, Kenya, and all parts of Africa. Since they want us to go home so much, when what they tell us over here, okay, well, we'll go home and we're gonna start getting that land and start opening up shop there. We can go and do what we're supposed to do and really start teaching real history, because it's not just about we were slaves and the whole nine that they've been telling us from the beginning of time. Is more than that. Cause you were saying about, there's a lot of credit. What you talking about? Other than that, you don't do that on some land or territory that's not even yours. If somebody gonna go out with a cause, not going out with just mumbo jumbo nonsense, thinking you done accomplished something in life. Man, I feel you about that, bro. About that the Charleston White character, bro. Like, that's what he is, a character. Dude getting paid for a check. He want to keep that circulating for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got comedians, we got business owners, we got folk that know banking, we got construction work, we got all that, man.
All that stuff.
All that. Like I said,
like that.
exactly. The old heads, they can be the councils. You know what I'm saying? We have a board. Like all of this, bro, we can have this for us, for our people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like come on, y'all. Like it's time out now. We need to step up.
Indeed, man. But there it is, though, man. That's a show.
Yeah.
We rocking it, though, man. The next show that we come out with is going to be, like we're going to hit you with like real Black history and Black inventors.
Real. Not the same. Look, Martin Luther King, cool. Who? Frederick, cool. Okay, but Rosa Parks, okay. Even Brother Malcolm, I ride with him. You know what I'm saying? But it's more people that actually doing things, not people that died because they was up there just using their mouth. No, these folk were actually putting in that work. They just ain't get the acknowledgement or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, what you were saying though, bro?
Nah, that's pretty much about it, though, man. You already laying it down, though, man. Also, the fact that you're gonna hit him with the little bit of history on the Native American side, though, man.
Yeah.
Hit him with that a little bit, though, man. Give him like a little nugget.
The only thing that I can say, man, hey, with the Census Bureau, I'm gonna put it like this: we the true natives, bro. Like straight up, our people. True natives. You know what I'm saying? This is our homeland. This is our country. This is everything. And I'm going to just leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? For folk that really want to know more, y'all either stay in tune or you do your own research yourself. And you going to find it. Like, it's just, it's mind-blowing when you find out the truth. That's why we do not have a true religion or a true God. And when I speak of that, I'm talking about when you look at every other race, that race God look just like them. But when it comes to us, it have us worshiping something that don't look nothing like us, no comparison, no nothing. Then we got to hit them with the, oh, God was a black man. Nah, bruh. It's just that we were never taught our true history. All right? So I'm going to end it on that with that, boy.
Yeah, man. Like I said, once again, though, man, a true unity POC, man. Shout out to all the Mexicans out there, man. The real Mexicans out there.
Yeah, real Mexican.
Shout out to all the real Puerto Ricans out there.
Yeah.
Nah, man, the Filipinos and everything. Black soldiers went out to the Filipinos to help fight for y'all, man, back in the day, man.
Yeah.
They like 1800s, whatever it was, 1900s, early 1900s.
Yeah.
They went out there, man. So it's all love, though, man. We got to start sticking together, though, man. There's no hate, no shade. There's other people got us going at each other, man, for like no real reason, man. With all the skin color, racism, man, I still don't understand that stuff.
I don't get it either, man. That's like kindergarten, bro. I don't get it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about your land, your soil where you was born in, what you breathe in. You know, back in the day, they weren't fighting over skin color. They were fighting over territory. So it don't matter what color you were. If you represented from this part of the country, that part of the country, you could be pink, purple, brown, blue, or whatever. It didn't matter. It's what, you know what I'm saying? It was just territory, basically. So I don't know what went wrong after that.
No doubt, though, man. Shout out to Abraham Traore. I hope I said that right, man. Burkina Faso, man. Stay strong, y'all.
Sure.
Y'all don't good work out there, though, man. Once again, it's your boy Ja, and this is
Raw.
Right, y'all.
Peace, love, and light. Make sure you like and subscribe. Signing